Among young people these days, it is common to refer to each other as bro, meaning a friend, a buddy, someone close like a brother. The relationship between siblings is one of life's most enduring and transformative bonds. While parent child relationships often take center stage in discussions about families, the sibling relationship is highly underrated and yet serves as a foundation for one's maturity and personal growth. Our relationships with our siblings shape our emotional, social, and psychological development from childhood through adulthood. Our Itihaasas, particularly the Ramayana and Mahabharata, offer profound insights into the depth and significance of these sacred bonds. Lessons from the Ramayana, the exemplary brotherhood. The Ramayana perhaps presents the most celebrated example of brotherly love through the relationships between Sri Rama and his brothers, particularly Lakshmana and Bharata. Sri Rama and Lakshmana, the inseparable bond. The relationship between Sri Rama and Lakshmana was one of love and unwavering loyalty. Lakshmana's dedication to Sri Rama was so complete that he chose to accompany his brother into 14 years of forest exile, leaving behind all comforts of the palace. The Ramayana describes their relationship with this beautiful verse. Raghunandana Lakshmana, like Rama's very breath, moving outside his body, could not bear even a moment's separation from his beloved brother. This profound connection shaped both brothers in different ways. While Sri Rama learned the value of unconditional support and trust, Lakshmana embodied dedication. Whether it was accompanying Sri Rama and Sita on their exile, or looking for Ma Sita across the forest, or fighting Ravana's army, or returning to Ayodhya, Sri Rama always had Lakshmana, his brother, by his side. Bharata's devotion to Sri Rama, the testament of Dharma. Equally moving is the relationship between Sri Rama and Bharata. When Bharata, his brother, learns of his mother Kaikeyi's role in Rama's exile and his own sudden ascension to the throne, he demonstrates the highest principles of brotherly love. His famous declaration remains one of the most touching moments in the epic. The kingdom rightfully belongs to the eldest born. I am merely a trustee waiting for my beloved brother's return. When Bharata went to the forest after the death of their father, Dasharatha, to persuade Sri Rama to return to the palace, Sri Rama refused, saying that he had to honor his word. Bharata then urged his half-brother to give him his sandals, padukas. He proposed to place Sri Rama's sandals upon the throne of Ayodhya and rule as a regent for the period of Sri Rama's exile as an ascetic. Bharata carried Rama's sandals upon his head, proceeding to Nandigram, a village on the outskirts of Ayodhya. He had the throne of Ayodhya brought to the village, and thus placing the sandals on the throne to represent Sri Rama, Bharata administered the kingdom from the village. Bharata's actions also teach us the importance of dharma over personal gain and political ambition. He stood for what was right, even though he apparently went against parental wishes. In the same family, the position that a sibling takes helps to contribute to the dharma upheld by the family. The four brothers' unity. Beyond the well-known bonds of Sri Rama Lakshmana and Sri Rama Bharata, the relationship between all four brothers Sri Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna offers a beautiful example of brotherly harmony. Despite being born to different mothers, Kaushalya, Sumitra, and Kaikeyi, they showed a lot of affection for each other. A famous verse describes their relationship. The four princes grew together like the four arms of Lord Vishnu, each complementing the other, inseparable in thought and deed. Shatrughna's dedication. Often less discussed but equally significant is Shatrughna's devotion to Bharata. Just as Lakshmana served Rama, Shatrughna dedicated himself to serving Bharata. When Bharata chose to live an ascetic life in Nandigrama during Sri Rama's exile, Shatrughna remained by his side, demonstrating that love and support between siblings was not unique to just Sri Rama and Lakshmana. Insights from the Mahabharata. The relationship between the five Pandava brothers also offers rich insights into sibling relations. 1. Yudhishthira and Bhima. The eldest and second Pandava demonstrated how different personalities can complement each other. While Yudhishthira was known for his righteousness and sometimes excessive adherence to Dharma, Bhima's protective and action-oriented nature provided balance. During their exile, Bhima often protected Yudhishthira's principles, while Yudhishthira tempered Bhima's aggression. 2. Arjuna and his brothers. The special position of Arjuna among the brothers shows how siblings can admire and support each other without jealousy. Despite Arjuna being Sri Krishna's chosen friend and the most celebrated warrior, his brothers never showed envy but rather took pride in his achievements. 3. The twins Nakula and Sahadeva. Known for their wisdom and skill, they complemented each other perfectly. Nakula excelled in warfare and beauty, while Sahadeva was known for his knowledge of astronomy and wisdom. Sri Krishna and Subhadra, the protective bond between brother and sister. The relationship between Sri Krishna and Subhadra is one of the most beautiful examples of brother-sister bonds. As the only sister among many brothers, including Sri Krishna and Balarama, Subhadra held a special place in her family. Sri Krishna was known for his special affection for Subhadra, often going against conventional wisdom to ensure her happiness. When he learned of his sister Subhadra and Arjuna's mutual attraction, instead of following the traditional path of arranged marriage, Krishna orchestrated their union. He said to Balarama, his brother, "Our sister's happiness stands above family pride and political alliances. In Arjuna, Subhadra has found her match in both heart and dharma." When Arjuna, disguised as a sage, visited Dwarka, Krishna recognized him and understood his feelings for Subhadra. Despite knowing that Balarama had other plans for Subhadra's marriage with Duryodhana, Krishna supported their love. He advised Subhadra to take the reins of the chariot herself and elope with Arjuna. Krishna later pacified the angry Balarama, saying, "Our sister has chosen wisely. Her happiness is our true victory." Throughout her life, Sri Krishna remained Subhadra's confidant and protector. During the Kurukshetra war, when her son Abhimanyu was killed, Krishna was there to support her through her grief. He ensured that despite being married into the Pandava family, Subhadra maintained strong connections with her maternal family. Kunti and Gandhari. While not biological sisters, These two women developed a close relationship as co-mothers in law. During their prime years, though they lived in the same palace, they initially maintained formal relations as co-mothers in law. Their relationship evolved when both faced the challenges of raising powerful sons in a complex political environment. Kunti was the mother of the Pandavas and Gandhari was the mother of the Kauravas. Gandhari, despite being mother to the Kauravas, often appreciated Kunti's dignity and righteousness. When Kunti and the Pandavas faced exile after the Palace of Lakh incident, Gandhari was one of the few who expressed private grief. Their bond deepened significantly after the war. United in their grief after losing their children in war, they found solace in each other's company. Gandhari, who had lost all her 100 sons, and Kunti, who had lost her son Karna, whom she had kept secret, shared their personal sorrows. When Dhritarashtra, Gandhari's husband, decided to retire to the forest, both women chose to accompany him. Together, they spent their final years in spiritual pursuit and contemplation. They supported each other through the hardships of forest life, despite their royal upbringing. When a forest fire approached their hermitage, they faced death together, choosing to remain in meditation. The most touching aspect of their relationship is perhaps how two women whose children were bitter enemies found sisterhood in their autumn years. Their bond shows how shared grief can transcend traditional rivalries and how women often create their own support systems even within complex family dynamics. Sugriva and Vali. Their tragic relationship in the Ramayana is a contrast to the ideal brotherhood of Sri Rama and his brothers, showing how misunderstanding and lack of communication can destroy sibling bonds. Initially inseparable, these Vanara, monkey-like humanoid brothers, ruled Kishkindha together, with elder brother Vali as king and Sugriva as his devoted deputy. Their relationship fractured during Vali's battle with the Asura Mayavi, when Sugriva, seeing blood flow from the cave where they fought, assumed his brother dead and sealed the entrance as promised. However, upon emerging victorious, Vali interpreted this as deliberate betrayal and an attempt to usurp his throne. Consumed by rage, Vali banished Sugriva, claiming his brother's wife Ruma, and threatened him with death. Sugriva, forced to live in exile on Rishyamukha mountain, where Vali couldn't follow due to a sage's curse, eventually allied with Sri Rama to defeat his brother. The final confrontation ended tragically with Vali falling to Sri Rama's arrow while questioning the justice of his death. In his last moments, Vali recognized his mistakes, reconciled with Sugriva, and entrusted his son Angada to his brother's care, a bittersweet ending to a relationship poisoned by misunderstanding, pride, and suspicion. Modern psychological research confirms what these ancient epics illustrate. Sibling relationships play a crucial role in personal development. Our siblings provide early opportunities to understand different personalities and to learn how to resolve conflicts. Among the many wonderful things my mother did, one thing was to not intervene when me and my brother would fight in childhood. If either of us tried to be manipulative, blaming the other person, or even accusing her of being partial to the other, she would remain unfazed and just ask us to resolve the fight on our own. That did wonders for our conflict resolution skills. Having a sibling, a brother or a sister, really teaches us about sharing a room, sharing things, sharing secrets, and having a shared experience of growing up together. Siblings can really complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. We learn to negotiate and accommodate each other, as often the elder one develops leadership and mentoring abilities. Siblings help shape our identities as they may compete and collaborate with us. As siblings, we provide support to each other and rely on each other during family challenges. Sometimes a crisis can drive a family apart or bring them closer together. We build lasting bonds which often outlast life of the parents. From the exemplary brotherhood of Sri Rama and Lakshmana to the protective bond between Sri Krishna and Subhadra, our sibling relationships teach us about loyalty, love, and personal growth. In today's increasingly nuclear and isolated families, nurturing strong sibling bonds becomes even more crucial for our emotional well being and learning the first lessons of Dharma. Even if one does not have a biological sibling, connecting with one's cousins can be equally powerful. The examples from the Ramayana and Mahabharata remind us that sibling relationships are not just biological connections, but sacred bonds that can shape our character, influence our choices, and provide lifelong support. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, we are grateful for our brothers and sisters with whom we uphold Dharma.